Hi there, welcome to Matt Bayeski YouTube channel. Just grabbed myself a fresh coffee this morning, organic. Very nice. I drink too much coffee. Go on, tell me. Well, you would say that because every time you see me, all I'm doing is drinking coffee. So all you know me as is the coffee man. I actually drink other things. Yeah, I drink, look, flamingo water. We're going to talk about water today. What is it and why was I so fascinated in it? And I've brought a new product out. It's not new, but I have brought it out for the many people who constantly ask for this product. Okay, so I think I'm going to light one of my sticks. Get some beautiful energy in here. Just been to the market and bought fresh fruit and veg. So that's all in the fridge. Okay. I like to not use... Oh, they're strong today. That's good. Cleanse myself a bit. Okie dokie. Cleansing yourself. Palo Santo is blooming amazing. And Palo Santo mixed with moldavite dust is beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. Wow. Just a bit on my back. I hope you enjoyed the live healing session we did last night. And yeah, it's a great day to talk about something fascinating. Okay. Well, naturally, as a healer, when I first began, I would give my clients a glass of water at the very end of a healing session. What I found myself doing was holding the glass, closing my eyes when they were kind of just waking up from the healing session, processing and feeling what had just gone on. And I gave them that respect, no speaking, just let them be. Poured the water. And I find myself just closing my eyes, holding the water. What I didn't realize at the time is, I look back, I look and think, wow, you were putting healing energy into the water as well. Quite fascinating how the nature of humanity does things in a natural way, which is beautiful and healing, and don't even realize they do it. It's incredible. So after maybe 5 or 10 minutes when they get up, and they've got a big smile on their face, or they're like spaced out. It's beautiful. But I used to laugh. Most of my clients always knew I'd laugh because I'd look at a different person. I'd see a different person. And I'd hand the glass over to them and they'd drink the water. I'd say, please drink the water. What I realized that moment of healing within the room, that energy and the energy that humans can create when healing, when focused that energy into water, it leaves a lasting memory. And it's funny because from then on I realized I was doing the same thing with crystals, and that very memory that you can put into water, I realized you can put into crystals. And then when I did more research, I realized that a crystal isn't water, it isn't stone, but it vibrates in between. And then I started doing more research and looking into things, thinking, why am I doing these things? And then somebody sent me a video of a man called Dr. Emoto, and I started watching these videos, and then I saw the miracle of love being placed into water. And then I researched more and found out that every single drop of water contains a crystal inside it. Well, it makes sense. If you're putting energy into water and each drop of water holds a crystal, then it can hold that memory. And that's how natural it was for me to realize that you can really do some amazing stuff with water. I mean, amazing stuff. One day I was just finishing a healing session and my client went downstairs. I gave them a hug, and Cecilia was to meet me. So we had a meeting. She came up to the studio and she gifted me a bottle like this. And on the bottle was a picture of the Mother Mary. And I looked at it and I went, oh, thanks. I wasn't religious. I had no desire to touch anything religious. I mean, it's like water, blessed water. I don't need that kind of stuff. I mean, my memory of religion was shocking. So, but because it came from Cecilia, I thought, okay, thank you. And I held it and I appreciated it. And I held it for maybe while we were talking for maybe an hour of love and thank you and everything and power and energy and happiness. Remember, I'd just done a healing session, so a lot of love in there. Anyway, I put the bottle on top of my, what was 5 or 6 shelves. It was a bookshelf, which was a dark bookshelf, and I put it next to other bits and pieces. So there was a lot of stuff going on in my shelves, but I just put it there. I never even gave it a second thought. Not a second thought. A few weeks went by and I had a phone call. This lady sounded really bad, and I said, no, don't speak, just come now. And she came, and I could see there was something different, something foreign, something alien, something not quite right. This isn't her. And very rarely that happens, but there are times it happens. I now know, and I call this, I don't like to call it an attack, but in truth, it can feel like an attack, you know, a psychic attack. And basically what it was spirit trapped in between two worlds had connected into her energy. To me, it wasn't a big deal so much, but I laid her down and started doing the work. I really didn't know what I was up against. I could just feel something different at that point. I'm describing what I remember now, my understanding of it now, but at the time, I didn't really know what was happening. So she's lying down and I started placing my hands here and there, and all of a sudden I started noticing her neck, and her neck started moving. Like, not like crazily, but definitely moving. Like, that's weird. And all of a sudden, the more I started putting my hands at certain places, I was thinking, whoa, this is really strange. This is very unusual. I haven't seen this. And all the while I kept saying to myself, it's all as it should be. She's here for a reason. Spirit has brought this lady here, so whatever I can channel is going to be fine. And I was confident and strong, and everything felt like, okay, this is okay. It's fine. I wasn't nervous. I just almost like something came over me, like, you know what? I've done this before. Really weird. So I placed my hand on her heart and I started repeating these words. And it was all about the light, and the darkness has no power. And all I could feel was a light shining into her body. I could feel the light growing. The more the light was growing, the more this lady was resisting. It was almost like she was fighting. Her back arched, like really arched, like whoa, like to anybody else, you'd think she was elevating. But no, it was like, it was quite amazing. And my hand's up here and then she's going back down, and like she's doing really strange, the body was doing strange things. She was a Spanish lady, so she kind of was starting to make funny noises and say weird things, and then it was like evident that whatever was happening was definitely alien inside, and it was not good. It was causing her great pain. Lots of other things were happening in between those at least 2 hours, but the strangest thing happened then, that I realized now we need to do the work. And that as I was placing my hands on her, I think one on her head and one on her heart, and I was repeating these words and reassuring her that I would not leave this position till whatever was happening would disappear. So I was saying whoever was within will go, and I wasn't worried. But then from nowhere I had a bolt of energy and I lost my footing and fell back. It was like a surge of energy pushing me, and I span and turned, and at the same time as I turned, I'm looking at my shelf with everything on it, but my eyes were only focused on the bottle. Now here am I thinking, this is too weird. This is weird. Why am I focusing on the bottle of holy water? That bottle that I held onto for at least an hour or two while talking. And what sprung to mind was, I don't know if anybody had ever watched it as a kid. It was called The Exorcist. And that was the only kind of, my mind could only think, wow, it's similar. It's not the same, but there's some similarity here. And am I really gonna get this holy water and see what happens? And I did. So I took the holy water, opened it, and just threw it all over her neck and face. And in Spanish, she started saying, "This is burning. It's burning." I continued for at least 2 hours. And then what happened was, she just settled down and she went into stillness and peace. At that point, I realized whatever happened at that moment was over. The light had conquered and cleared whatever that energy was. I was proud of myself. When she got up, we cuddled and she cried. And those tears aren't just tears of like crocodile tears. Those tears were like tears of relief. Real relief. And I felt it. I cuddled her and she left, and I never saw her again after that. I went and sat for a while and realized what had just happened. It was profound, it really was. But I took it in my stride and I thought to myself, I knew what I was doing there. Wasn't scared, wasn't worried, even though I was pushed across the room by a force beyond my understanding. At that point, I was proud. I'd done a good job. I held true to my values. I believed in what I was doing. I believed that whatever was channeling through me, which was love, light, and healing, had the power to clear darkness. No big deal. It's not a Hollywood movie like The Exorcist where the head spins round and the body elevates, but I kind of think, well, they may have taken that information and blown it out of proportion and spun a child's head around, which is not, that's just Hollywood, but maybe there is something in this and what I experienced. Interesting. What I realized at that moment when I went for a coffee and just pondered on that is the bottle of water. And from that moment on, I started to really focus on the water. So wherever I would go in the world, I would ask for the most holiest place, meaning the most beautiful healing location. And if there was any kind of water, natural, I call it pure water, pure healing water. And of course there was many places, and from then on I was receiving water from many different people. And I ended up with 16 years later with this. This is the most purest water in the world, the most powerfulest water in the world, without a shadow of a doubt. And in this water, in here, there is water from, I'd probably say, over 300 locations, maybe more. And this is 16 years old. And every time it goes down, I then refill it and work on the water again. The water I put in here are from many different locations. Bali, the beautiful place where they were once told that there was no water on the island, and one of the gods pushed his stick, his powerful stick rod, down into the ground, and then all of a sudden natural healing water came up. So I get water from there when I'm in Bali. I receive gifts from many people. So there's water from right at the very beginning of the Ganges, the most purest place where the water begins, from the Ganges. Many different locations, Fatima, Tibidabo, or anywhere I can go to get pure water from around the world, I get it. And this is it. I work on it constantly, and I use it all the time, constantly using my water. Lemon House was so impressed by this that they really wanted this to come out to the public. So I said, okay, you can do it. So I agreed to come with Lemon House, and I created the first ever magical healing water with all of that love over the 16 years and the memory of every single healing session, which probably is over 10,000 healing sessions. This bottle has been with me all the way through that. And here it is. This is it. So it's the latest in a long line of beautiful, beautiful products. But this one is only on Lemon House, not on my website, because I wanted to offer it to Lemon House as not only a gift in that sense, but I want Lemon House to be the most beautiful, ethical, and genuine company that help many people in the world, and I want them to grow. So here it is. This is it. It's here. How do you use it? Well, it's at the perfect size, which I thought was, this is the right size. You can take it with you anywhere you want. When you're about to do a healing session, it's probably, for me, that is the most powerfulest moment, when you're about to do a healing session. And a healing session doesn't mean a healing session on clients. It's healing yourself. And what does that mean? It means that you could be doing yoga, you could be doing meditation, you could be doing mantra. That's a healing session. Or you could be just being in your stillness. You would take 1 or 2 sprays, and that's it. Let it just fall over you from top. It's amazing. You can feel the difference as soon as you spray it on. So it really is powerful. And the secret here is, okay, once you get down to halfway, fill it back up. Even if you get to 1 single drop in there and you forget to fill it up, it's okay. Because that 1 single drop holds the memory that then will fill the rest of the bottle up with that memory. One of the things that I always do with my water is I always capture the moment when I'm feeling at my happiest. So you will if you know me, you will always see me grab a crystal or grab my water or go straight to my oils when I'm at my most happiest and strongest. So it's like regenerating, giving back to the water. So you're just boosting it up again with your happy energy. And that's beautiful as well. So you are playing a great part in the water as well. So you're like a dynamo. So when you're feeling great, grab your water and give it a few minutes. You don't have to spend an hour. That's not necessary. That's my work. That's what I do. But for you, if you're feeling happy, grab your water and then fill it back up again so it's always full. And you've always got those beautiful memories of all of the waters put together. What does it do? Well, it cleanses your life force. After every healing session I've ever done, I've always sprayed. All the practitioners know this, and they all do the same. They spray the client over with this beautiful, amazing healing mist. It just lies over you, and it basically clears away any kind of worry, fear, blocks, any kind of issues in your life force, because you're spraying it basically around your life force, your energy, your chi, your prana, okay? And you can feel like, we said it last night about the cross that most of us carry. You feel like as soon as you spray it, the cross has just been thrown down. I use this water and I've used it for 16 years. That should tell you everything. It works amazing. It truly does. And the most beautiful thing for me is that once you've bought this, it will last forever. As long as you always remember to fill it back up. So if it's run dry, then you might struggle. It might not be that. But even if you've got a few drops at the bottom, that's fine. As Dr. Emoto has clearly shown us, that the science is there. Yes, he's been laughed at, mocked, but that's what happens. When you actually get to the truth and you know what real healing is, then you will be mocked and laughed at by those that are trying to protect the darkness that we often believe is more powerful than the light. So there you go. This is the sacred water. It's now available today at Lemon House. I'll put a link at the bottom. I hope you love it. And that's my latest addition to the collection of what we use as our shamanic tools. It is something that I've used and I use it every day. And I hope you enjoy using it as much as I have over the 16 years. I hope you've enjoyed this conversation. I hope you've enjoyed the story. If you want to know more in depth about that story, it's in my first ever book called Diary of an Accidental Psychic. You can read all about that story in full detail about the lady who had an attachment, and it was very, very interesting. So that's it really. I'm gonna set off now. I've got a lot of work to do, and I'm really looking forward to the next few weeks. I really am. There's some amazing things happening. Till then, enjoy Lemon House, enjoy my sacred mist. Have a great day, guys. Take care of yourselves. See you later.